just having a little moment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just... Because sometimes I don't know what to say, you know. No, I'm saying that seriously, so... You know what?
British racing green is my favourite colour, if you're stuck with that.
I think we had that last time, didn't we? Yeah. No, you know, the Chinwag thing, it's sort of evolved to a thing where I don't do any research at all.
Yeah.
I don't think of any questions, and so occasionally I have no idea what I'm doing here.
It's going well, Chris, don't worry.
Yeah.
They're still with us.
Yeah, people are still, not many people
Maybe we
have
should
left.
open up to
Somebody up there looking like, I'm not sure what's going to happen next. Oh, somebody there's gone.
They're going to the toilet.
Oh, that's okay, they'll be back. So often, you know, that I'll find myself just having a little moment.
It's like two bewildered old men on the park bench.
I think that's a pretty reasonable observation. I'm fairly bewildered. No,
The price of mints.
Yeah. Mints or mints
or both. It's shocking, I think.
No, I love it. You know, I love that fact of when you stop caring. Not necessarily caring.
It makes it sound flippant. It's just more like overthinking things. It's a bit like I said, working to briefs. Or I find it really hard to do that. If someone says, you know, do this, or I think to myself, I need to create. Thank you very much, Sid.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I need to be a part of the electro clash of zeitgeist. I need to get myself a Hoxton fin. You know.
Did you ever have a Hoxton fin?
It's a bit difficult, really. You know, sometimes you chasing it's just not the right thing to do. You know, trying to do something you're happy with is more important, I think.
Absolutely.
And I think it shows. You know. Samuel Beckett.
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you doing to?
Today, referencing. I saw some clients this morning.
Sold some clothes.
Saw some clients.
Oh, not sold some clothes.
Sold them some clothes.
Soiled some clothes. That's age for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but I think when you do stop caring, I think you find a purity that isn't there when you're trying really, really hard. Or when you're trying under an assumed set of rules.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when Acid House started, it was all kind of year zero stuff, and people just doing. No one really knew what. There was no such thing as DJ culture. There was no such thing as making a living out of being a professional DJ or make. You know, none of the things you see now. It was all chaotic. You know. What's my point? So when I started making music, it was just really like I like house music, I like reggae. I'm going to try and stick these two things together because no one told, you know, it seemed like a possibility, seemed like something you could do. So I had a crack at it, and now I like, you know, this. Hopefully that's the kind of spirit of things. Try and do now is obviously, you know, just
because what happened to you is pretty amazing, really. You couldn't play, by your own admission, you couldn't play an instrument, and yet you got signed to a major recording deal. That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, that was the 90s for you. Everyone was on drugs. They were. I mean, no one made a rational decision for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I got signed to Deconstruction Records, and I think I'd done like. Well, the first remix I'd never been in the studio before.
I know, I love that.
But that was working at Eastern Bloc. It's a low budget operation.
Somebody's cheering.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a gentleman over there.
Yes. So it was John Beeson Block. They had a band signed to be called the Mad Jacks, and they wanted a remix doing, and I just said I'll do it. And I hadn't been in the studio before. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So, apart from I knew how I wanted it to sound. So, and it ended up very well. So,
Yeah.
And yeah, again, it's just, but there wasn't like a I find it strange nowadays that you get things like DJ schools. I find it a strange thing because it wasn't something you could learn when I started doing it. It was just something that strange, lonely boys did, you know. Still is, I guess. But it was hard to sort of learn it, you know. And now I think, you know, it's now this sort of people's people's lives seem to be, there's like paths you can take and ways, which is probably a good thing, really. Yeah, enabling people to do stuff, which I think is probably all very good. But I just bumbled through, really.
We had Viv Albertine here not so long ago, and she said a similar thing. She talked about when she was at art school in the mid-70s, which of course, you know, it's a different time, but she talked about this whole thing of she now gets invited in as a guest speaker, and she's saying even in art schools on the courses, people have an absolutely mapped out career plan. It's so different to when
it's admirable. I'm just indecisive. That's the problem.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, but I don't think you were saying.
We do get people who are really like driven and they have a vision, and I think that's very that's a very admirable trait. I think people really decide what they want to do, and they're kind of very focused, and they can create amazing things just by being. I mean, I always quite admire musical purists who like one sort of music. I think that's really something really cool. Like I can't do it, but I just think there's something admirable about the kind of focus. It's just jealousy because I can't focus on anything at all. But,
so, were you lucky then, or were you actually creating? You know, you must have had an idea that you were creating something that was different, something.
Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. I mean, still. It doesn't, just because it's created chaotically doesn't mean I don't think it's valuable. I think it's you know, without trying to sound arrogant, I think apart from a few terrible records I've made, that generally speaking I've made some quite good things. I think the paintings are pretty good. So I think I've done some good stuff, but it's just my method is just a little bit more haphazard than some. But yeah, I still think it's a value. It's not like I'm trying to devalue it because it's created in a chaotic way. I could be joking. Actually, have this master plan written down.
Yeah. But we'd never know, would we?
No, you wouldn't. Not unless you came to my house. You'd see it plastered all over the walls, written in my own blood.
With a goblin in the corner.
Yeah. Have you seen that film Seven about that guy?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Shall we take some questions from the room?
If anyone's got any.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that there's a gentleman.
There's one over there.
I went to a night of yours, Sleuth, in Manchester in '94.
Yeah.
Was that your first and only residency? And how was that?
In Manchester?
Yeah.
No, the first thing I started was a thing called Spice with a guy called Greg Fenton, which was in 1989-90, which was a Sunday night, like a Blairic thing. And then I did a club called Most Excellent, and Sleuth was a techno incarnation in the mid-90s. Yeah, so it wasn't the first residency in Manchester, no, but I think it was one of the. Well, no, there were a few good techno clubs in Manchester, so yeah. It was
at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's fairly hazy, my recollection. Oh yeah. Because Bugged Out was slight. Was that around the same time? I don't know.
Bugged Out was down at Sankey's.
Yeah, same time.
Yeah, it was Sleuth's at the Paradise Factory. That
Yeah.
finished, quite sick. Well, I went to the one night and then it finished about 2 nights after.
So that chaos that you were talking about earlier on.
No, but Sleuth was our techno thing, and he had like Richie Hawting, Garnier, Andrew Everall, and techno stuff downstairs, and then we had like Chemical Brothers upstairs playing like all sorts of kind of fairly eclectic kind of thing upstairs as well. So it was great, really good. Except that nothing ever worked there. You used to turn up to the club and like the sound technician was going, "There's no crossfader." Okay. And there's only one channel. Richie Hawting's on it in a minute. Do you think he's? Well, he'll have to make do with it. Sort of. And he did. He took it well. He did take it well. EQ doesn't work right. So he's just going to put records on. Yeah. Okay. That's how it worked. He made do.
Fair play.
He was happy.
Fair play, Richie Horton.
Yeah, he did. Good. But nothing ever worked in Sleuth. It was amazing that we kept going.
I like that idea of stuff not working.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a little difficult in a nightclub.
It should be working. Well, it
But
costs
like
Vegas.
explain that to 900 kids on each.
Yeah. Stick a generator in the middle of the floor, blindfold them, they'll never know the difference. There's a gentleman over the back.
I've just got looking at the pictures, the physical creatures, beings.
Yeah.
Actually, within these, is the people that you know within them?
Some of them, yeah. Yeah. That's my wife on the horse up there. Yeah. No, it is my wife on the horse.
What else have you got then? You want the guy?
That's the only one I'll tell you. Well,
This part can be edited out.
see me afterwards. No, just the one, yeah, just the one. They're all me.
Configurations of self.
That's it.